Larry Kudlow is obviously incredibly important in terms of advising Donald Trump on the economy. And that advice is incredibly important right now because we're in a very rocky time indeed in terms of employment and the need for stimulus. So the issue with him having that position is that he is frequently wrong and doesn't seem to learn from his mistakes. So I want to show you a video that was put together by The Recount that shows Larry Kudlow talking about the coronavirus pandemic at the very beginning of it, and how first you're going to see him opining on what he had said, and then you're going to see the actual comments. So let's take a look at that mashup.
I was asked again on February 25th. I said we were airtight. On February 25th, there were fewer than 20 cases. I didn't say we will be. I didn't say it was a forecast. I just said at this point, there were fewer than 20 cases. We have contained this. I won't say airtight, but pretty close to airtight.
So I didn't say that it wouldn't get out of... No, but that's what airtight means, is that it won't get out. Obviously, there weren't a lot of cases then. The fear is that it would spread, and you were saying airtight.
Wait, weren't his words? I'm not going to say airtight, but it is as
pretty close
tight
to airtight
as you can be, not letting air in or out. I'm not going to say airtight.
Mm-hmm.
Also, my corners of my face are melting.
Exactly. And so, look, I introed this story with the economy. So why? I mean, there he's just talking about the pandemic. It's because this messaging was not just deceptive in terms of giving people a false sense of security on the eve of a pandemic, but also was clearly designed to benefit the market, to stop people from panicking and all of that, which I sort of get the impulse for that. But if it is going to ravage our country, and if that is going to hurt the economy, then don't we kind of need to know that?
Yes, but that's not his job. So here's the thing that Larry Kudlow does understand, is for all the talk about how awesome America's economy is and how Gordon Gekko, everybody on Wall Street, is when greed is good, they are little skittish cockroach wimps. And any crack of light from the outside world of reality that makes its way into the rooms on the trading floors scares the hell out of him. And it is his job to throw his body up against that door and hold it and not let reality in, so that they all can know two things. One, it's not that bad. The only reason anything could shut down is because we're going to make sure that it all goes away. But also, even if it does shut down, while we will quibble and fight and claw not to give Americans like $120 extra a week, we will not blink twice. We will not think twice about or bat an eye about giving $1 bajillion to those Wall Street cockroaches.
Because that's the part of the economy we actually care about. Yeah. So the comments we showed you were from the 25th, I believe it was, of February. So what was he saying on the 28th when he headed to CPAC? Well, here is what he had to say. And again, these are very clear predictions, not just about what is happening, like a description. These are predictions of what's going to happen.
Since I believe, and Ivanka believes, that the country is in good, safe hands right now, you might think about buying the dip. You might think about buying the dip. Now, let me segue and switch gears just a little bit. The virus is not going to sink the American economy. What is or could sink the American economy is the socialism coming from our friends on the other side of the aisle. That's the biggest fear that I have.
Socialism killed about 40 million jobs and 160,000 people. Oh, wait, no, that was something else. Those were very clear predictions with a call to action. It's not going to hurt the economy. You should buy the dip. You should be investing now. That's what he was telling people on the 28th of February.
Oh, well, I do think that by and large, people should buy the dip. I think that's the right thing.
Yes, assuming that is the bottom of the dip. Hypothetically, if it falls down a lot more, that could be bad advice. But I get what you're saying.
Right, but talking to a room full of capitalists who are, using funds, Anyways, but yeah, he's an idiot. He needs all he's missing is like pom poms and a go state like shirt, and then also like socialism. Like, what is he talking about? What socialist instincts are we speaking of? And Bernie Sanders has a proposal to institute a wealth tax, saying that of people who did buy the dip, what they recouped since then. And I think the whole reason for the bill is just to show people how little it would take to fund stuff.
Yeah.
And if you just tax the people with these huge gains since the dip, that's all the money you need for these scary social programs.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's very frustrating. And then also to say, like, these socialists, Trump is asking for a portion of the sale of TikTok. I am fine personally in weird capitalist ways of, like, for him telling China, like, oh, you're going to keep our companies out of your state. Well, then we're going to keep your companies out of my state. That's fine. But then to say that I, the government, want a cut of a sale of a private business, and then at the same time say that, like, these socialist big government tax dollar initiatives are so crazy and invasive to the capitalist process, that is utter hypocrisy right there in that tiny little bottle.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, the idea that social, and it's CPAC. You just say socialism. Yeah. It's an applause line. That's all. You don't need to know what it is. The audience certainly doesn't. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.